right. Hello, and thank you for those who decided to pop in and join me. I decided to do an impromptu live stream. Just hold on a second. Let me scoop my chair up a little bit. All right, that's better. Okay, let's get back to my spot. And okay, excuse me. So saw a couple of topics pop up, and I decided to just go on ahead and hop on and do a live stream. For those who have not joined me before, those who are familiar, this is what I've been thinking with Marcus Cage. I'm your host, Marcus Cage. I've titled this video "Rest in Peace, Tiny Lister." For those who don't know him, he was a big time actor in those in the Ice Cube movies Friday. He played the character Debo. I love him for a ton of other movies that I've seen him in, and from what I've heard, I've always heard that he was a very decent and very kind man. So you know, my prayers go out to his family, his loved ones, and to all the fans out there of Tiny Lister. I believe he was 62 at the time of his passing, and from the details I've heard so far, it I believe it is COVID-19 related. Um, which I guess that'll go into some other stories that I want to get into briefly. I won't take too long on this live stream. I just wanted to get out a couple of things that I've noticed that have been on my head. I guess throughout the day or so, the last couple of days. Um, Also, on to other things that with going on with COVID. I've heard Ellen DeGeneres has also said that she's come down with COVID. So, um, I don't really wish it on anybody. So, hopefully that everything will be okay. Um, I won't try to go into any conspiracy theories or any of that stuff behind that, which some people want to do in these moments. I'm just gonna say, I hope I don't wish any ill will on any of these people who come down with COVID. Um, celebrities, whether they've said terrible things or not. Um, Something also kind of a little off topic. Well, it's still within COVID, but I thought it was a pretty unusual story, so I decided to share it. In Nature magazine, it says kids have the ability to evade COVID 19 or being infected with COVID 19 because of different things within their um, their immune system. So it said that children's immune system appear to be much more resilient and they're able to withstand different strands of COVID. So I don't know the validity of it, and I don't know uh, what they're using to back up this evidence. But it was just an interesting story, which I noticed in Nature magazine. Um, uh, I guess to lighten the mood for a little bit, since my first couple of stories have kind of been, you know, kind of more on the negative side. Um, I noticed a story about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan actually has drones which deliver beer to you on the fairway. So, figure we can lighten it up a little bit. I figure that that's something that's fun for everybody to have a little beer at the golf course if you golf or if you decide to one day. Um, Also, I noticed jobless claims are on the rise. So, the Dow was estimating it to be at around 730,000 jobless claims. The actual number came out to be 853,000. So right now we are showing a surge in job loss. At the same time, we're having all these issues with rent issues and possible foreclosures and people being evicted. So those all of these things going on. I know I've had a bunch of stuff, all this stuff that's been going on politically and stuff that I've been researching outside of politics. It's just been a little overwhelming to kind of figure out what stories and what topics are going on lately. So Um, I think things are settling down a little bit more for me to focus on a couple of topics to talk to you about. Um, Also, I definitely did want to bring up about Dianne Feinstein. Um, Apparently, Chuck Schumer told her twice that she probably should step down from one of her I believe chair positions. I'm not sure if it's her actual seat. I didn't see that in there, but nonetheless, she completely didn't hear it and kind of whiffed on it. And people have been saying for a long time that she's been showing signs of decline, that she's been showing signs that she's not understanding things, that she's forgetting things. And if we're going to have, you know, if we're going to have all these different age requirements on different things we do in society, there needs to be a cap also. I mean, I don't think it's very fair that you can send kids off to military and then they can't have alcohol. But you can have somebody get in a position and completely be an actual baby mentally and still be able to hold some of the most critical and vital positions in this country, not to mention be influenced with all types of cash and bribery. So there, term limits is definitely something that's not new to anyone. That's something that I think needs to be looked into, and also some age caps, or at least some kind of cognitive test after you get to a certain age that the constituents need to know if their elected official is not all together, because that's your representation, and nobody wants a crazy person or somebody who's not altogether representative. Makes common sense. So that's something I think that should definitely be pushed for. I guess I got well, two more topics that I'll go into, and then I'll just kind of talk about some of these things and some of the stuff going on politically overall. Um, this story I found very interesting. I know some people might not find this interesting, but the Vatican has come out with a new initiative that they're going to change some of the ways they're dealing with I can't remember what it was called, the exact word, but having to do with the way they interpret text and things like that. The three things which they want to bring in and change, they call it integration, networking, and aggregation. And so their goal is to try to build networking amongst the Catholic churches and also have more control over doctrines being preached in those different areas. That might not seem like a big deal, but it can be something. And so for those who are not religious people, don't even worry about it. But for those who are, that's something I think you all should take a look at and keep eyes on. The other story that I wanted to talk about is the Hunter Biden thing. Um, I feel most people on the left, this is going to be kind of like preaching to the choir, and most of you out there, um, we all knew. So sorry about that. All right, sorry about that. I'm back. Uh, we all knew what was going on with the Hunter Biden thing. We all knew what was going on with Joe Biden. Many of us know what's went on with his brother also. So for now, us to find out that there's an actual inquiry, that there's actually like, you know, law enforcement looking into fraud and all kind of things throughout the Biden family. And now he's the official. For liberals all this time who've been screaming about Trump and his family, and I'm not saying that Trump is okay and his family are not criminals and doing all of that stuff the same. But we cannot be so hypocritical to call out one crook and not call out the other. Um, it's going to be a rocky road, I feel like, coming up these next couple of months. And who knows how it's going to look after that once Biden's in office, or if Biden stays off in office and fakes an injury, like he said before, who knows how that goes. So I said that I was going to keep it very long. I might hop back on here shortly if I can think of anything else. But um, that said, this has been Marcus Cage with the Political Matrix. I mean, well, sorry, wrong show. What I've been thinking with Marcus Cage. Sorry about that. And if you guys have any questions, comments, hit me up. Hit me up online. Um, anything you want, or if you have any requests you want me to come on and interview or showing your panel, I have some availability, so reach out to me. Oh, one other thing. If you all are interested in some of this alien stuff, I'm going to be covering some of that on the Political Matrix this weekend. So tune in. I'm going to try to have a couple of clips for you. And so it should be fun, something interesting to talk about. And everybody can throw out their different theories on what they think it is, if it's weather balloons, if it's something the government's testing, if it's something extraterrestrial, or if it is something else that we have not talked about yet. So I invite you all to check that out on the Political Matrix, and we will be definitely here Sunday for the panel, and that's about it. You all have a good evening. I'll talk to you later. Bye.